I think Apple's first ever foldable iPhone is going to be another Galaxy Fold competitor. Said nobody's favorite tech guru, myself, after getting my hands on this mock-up. And within 30 seconds of inspecting it, I realized that we've all been thinking about this product completely wrong. The craziest part about this iPhone isn't the display, the materials, the price. Surprisingly, $2,500. And believe it or not, even the hinge mechanism. There is one detail hidden inside the latest leaks and rumors that expose exactly what Apple is going to do with this product. And once you see it, it's impossible to unsee. Apple has waited almost 7 years for Samsung, Google, Huawei, and the rest to develop foldables. While all these companies have been busy rushing toward foldables, Apple has been asking itself, where is our foldable? The recent reports from several reputable Apple insiders confirm that there is going to be something big from Apple in the future. Yet, when we combine all these leaks and hints, we can see that in trying to develop a foldable, Apple is not looking to enter the market. Instead, it aims to disrupt the category, but to understand why, we need to look at the problems that every foldable currently has on the market. Ask anyone why they haven't purchased a foldable, and you'll likely hear the same response. That crease. That's been the issue since day one. A gaping crease in the middle of your screen is hardly an inviting selling point, which is why Apple is said to have made eliminating, or perhaps masking, this blemish their primary design goal. Multiple supply chain reports suggest that Apple has developed a new hinge and made modifications to the ultra-thin glass to all but conceal the fold. Should these rumors hold any water, the foldable's most obvious design flaw would be solved practically overnight. But what caught my eye even more than that was this detail. While closed, the 5.5-inch outer display offers a relatively standard aspect ratio. But when opened, it reveals a 7.8-inch 4:3 display, similar to the iPad mini. At least, that's what it says in the article. See, initially I thought that was just some random coincidence. But then I started reading the rest of the leaks. The second aspect that seems highly unlikely is how thin the device could be. As stated in the article, it could be as thin as 4.5 millimeters when unfolded. This makes the device thinner than many of Apple's own tablets that are on the market. However, shrinking the device down to such a small footprint will require many sacrifices. Rather than having a triple camera setup, the most believable reports point towards only having two 48-megapixel cameras. Another sacrifice could very well be Face ID, not because Apple wants to get rid of it, but because there's no space to implement it on such a thin device. Instead, there are rumors of Touch ID being brought back on the power button, similar to how it was implemented on the iPad Air. After all, these rumored sacrifices don't seem all that bad when put into perspective. If this is truly the future of tablets, then it honestly sounds like one that Apple can be very excited about. This is where it all comes together for me. Everyone seems to be assuming this is some sort of foldable iPhone for Apple, but what if they are thinking about it in the wrong way? Look at the leaks together and see how they all point towards something else. A screen similar to an iPad mini, but much larger. Software to allow for much more multitasking than normal iPhones or even iPads. A profile that is thinner than almost anything they've released. A camera that is not trying to match the Pro Max sizes. None of those decisions are great on their own, but when put together tell an entirely different story. Where Apple seems to be going is not toward a foldable iPhone, but a foldable iPad. Something that stores away in your pocket but opens up to something much larger. This is actually what makes the Ultra branding make sense. Not as a replacement for the Pro models, but as something entirely different that comes above it. But of course, none of this is cheap. Most trusted estimates suggest that the price will be somewhere between $2,300 and $2,500. This seems like a lot to pay for another smartphone, but if you want a screen without any creases, flagship processor, and a gadget that can function as your phone and a tablet, this might be a good offer. Now, I want to ask you a question. If such a product is announced, will you spend more than $2,000 on this? Or maybe this is one of those gadgets that you will admire, but will not buy because of its price. Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you want more information about Apple and their future products, make sure to subscribe to our channel. As you have seen yourself, the next leak might change the situation dramatically, so do not miss any updates.